keep in mind, we're doing the best we can to take a part of training that is not possible to do with a partner. Okay, so somebody, I know, you may or may not be, but you may still be thinking, it kind of sucks. I'm doing it. I'll get over it. I would suggest having a different attitude. Come in knowing that the things we're stripping away from the partner are often the things, they're little cue cards that you don't know exist that are helping you remember techniques. That if the guy fights you kind of goofy, it messes you all up. So in certain situations, we do like fight simulation, if you've noticed. Guys who do really good at fight simulation, you do better with a guy like Rich, or maybe Dante's against you, or Jim, a higher belt, who kind of feeds you an attack that really works well with the defenses you're going to do. Big haymaker punches, you can block them easy, you can come in. And so because the movements are very predictable once they start to happen, it's easy for you to do it. He helps coax you down the right path. You know, if you guys are going to test for a belt and do the demonstration, you all at one point have had a guy that's hard to work with. Like, you resist him too much. Which is kind of funny because that's what a fight is. The guy's going to resist, but sometimes you're not ready for that level of resistance. Or you'll notice sometimes if you've been around, we do the fight simulation and we put Luke in the middle. And I tell you, Luke, go attack Nick and beat him up. I don't know if Luke's even seen a fight in a movie before. Luke doesn't know what a fight looks like. So when he goes to attack, he does some of the most ridiculous stuff I've ever seen. It's like, you start laughing. But what's really funny about it is the guy he's attacking gets totally thrown off by it. Does it? So again, when the guy's not offering you cue cards and doing really goofy stuff, like the equivalent of drunken monkey kung fu, so what the hell is this guy? Bat! What's he doing? Bat! You don't see what's coming because it's so goofy you can't process it. And part of the problem by not being able to do that is because your partner's not showing you the cue cards. And so if you don't know the moves well enough to get past the goofiness and see where, okay, no, he's doing this, so I'm going to stay back. When he clinches, I'm going to come in. When he closes this, I'm going to go in. You have to know how to get the car back on the tracks no matter how crazy this kid's doing whatever he's doing. And if you try to now start pulling stuff out of your back pocket and inventing stuff, now you're just throwing caution to the wind and we'll see what happens. It's a risk. So the real advantage is stripping the person away and getting to know these moves so well that even when the person's fighting very goofy and doing unorthodox stuff, you know the movement so well and so inside out, you start to know what starts to look for. Where's his knee? Where's this? Where's the hole? You know, how do I clinch? How do I bend him? All that stuff, you start to just really put these moves under a microscope that obviously a lot of people have not done yet. And so I think that's the point of this. The point of this is you're being allowed now to dissect moves in a way that is impossible with a partner. Cannot do it. And of course, I think therefore this part of training is really critical, was critical for me. I think it's critical for most people who, the guys who come to class 20 minutes early and are inside by themselves and doing movements. They're doing it too. You know, you guys do, we've done it with a lot of stuff. You pick up, you got a new record you're producing or something, or you with the drums, right? How many guys can pick up music and just read it? And they're just visualizing playing it. Because they just visualize it. So that's, and we all do it in some regard, right? We all have that thing in our lives that we just put that attention to. And it just happens. We don't really do it because we're trying to become a great student of the thing necessarily. We just do it because we're very excited about it. We can't stop thinking about it. If your wife told you, stop at the jiu-jitsu already, you can't because it's in your head. So this is an exercise of that outside your head.